Hello guys. Today we are going to learn queue in data structure. So, what is queue? I hope you already knew about it. Okay, if you don't have any idea, then no worries. Okay, so what is queue? Think of queue in real life like a line of people waiting at a ticket counter. Okay, so like if you are going to watch movie, then you need to wait at a ticket counter. Okay, so the first person who entered the line will get served first. Okay, so like I am the first person and I am entered into the line. I will get served first. Okay, so this is called a first in first out. Okay, so if I am in the line, okay, then my place is first, then I will get ticket first. Okay, then new people join at the back, that is called the in queue. Okay, like if somebody join the queue. Okay, so if somebody, or you can say new people join at the back, this is called the in queue. People leave from the front, this is called the dequeue. Okay, if people leave the queue from the front, this is called a dequeue. And new people join at the back from the last. Okay, so it is called a in queue. Okay, so here we are going to use different operation. Okay, wait a minute, I'm going to share my screen with you. So here I hope it is visible to you. In queue means add item at the back of the queue. Okay, means if somebody want to join at the back of the queue, so this is called the enqueue. And dequeue means remove the item from the front. Okay, peek means just see who is at the front, so we can't remove it, but we just show who is in the front. Okay, isEmpty means check if the queue has no elements. Okay, isFull means check if the queue is full. Okay, only for this is used for only for fixed size queue. Okay, so here you can see uh, this is queue. Okay, so like if you want to remove element from the head. Okay, so is it called a pop or dequeue? Okay, and this is the front and head. And here if you enter the from the last, then it is called a insert and in queue, or it is called a back, tail, or rear. Rear means last element. Okay, and here in front, this is the three is front and head, and it has like if you want to remove anything from here, so pop and dequeue. Okay, so here like this is just like a queue. Okay, so like this is the first person, second person, third person, fourth person, fifth person. So these are the people standing in a line, single line. Okay, so if you want to buy ticket, so if you are first person, then you will get the ticket first. Okay, so this is called a first in first out. Okay, so here what we are going to learn, understand the first in first out concept. Okay, learn how to implement queue and dequeue. Okay, learn how to implement queue with the fixed size. Learn how to implement queue using linked list, or learn dequeue, collection dequeue, multi-processing queue. Okay, so with the help of it, we can solve different kind of problem by using lead code. Okay, so here we can say uh, queue just a line, like if you have line. Okay, and you are standing in the front, so you will get the ticket first. Okay, so this is called a first in first out. With the help of queue, we are going to solve problem based on first in first out. Okay, so here I'm going to write code for queue. Okay, for no size queue no size. So here I'm going to write class equals to q e u e u e. Okay, so here I'm going to define one constructor, that is init. Here I'm going to pass self and colon. Okay, here I'm going to create one variable, that is item self dot ite. Where is I? Oh, I forget. So there items is equals to empty list. Okay, and here I'm going to define another variable. So here in item I can store the item future, like if we have item in future, then we can store here in item list. Okay, so here I'm going to create another function, that is str are used for string representation. Okay, so str here I'm going to pass self colon. Okay, here I'm going to create value values values. Here I'm going to write s in list. Okay, str of x for x in item dot in self dot item. strx for x in self dot items. Okay, then I need to return I'm going to join empty string and join values by using strings. Okay, so after this I am going to create another function, that is empty. Okay, if is I'm going to define one function, that is empty. Okay, so is I am empty, empty, going to pass self colon. Okay, if self dot item. Okay, if self dot item is equals to empty list. Okay, then I will return true, else I will return false. Okay guys, it's me. This is a function that check if your if your queue is empty, then we need to check by using if condition. If self dot empty, self dot item is equals to empty list, then it will return true. That is, like if we don't have any item inside this list, okay, so it will return true. Otherwise it will return false if you have item inside this. Okay, so here I'm going to write another function. Okay, so define enqueue means add the element from the last. enqueue. Here I'm going to pass self comma value. Okay, enqueue self comma value. Okay, value as a parameter I'm going to pass here inside this enqueue. Okay, this one. So here I'm going to define one variable self dot item. Here I'm going to append item inside the this append. I'm not going to define any variable. Okay, so I'm going to push. So I'm going to add by using element here by using append. Okay, so I'm going to return here. What I'm going to return? The element is inserted at the end of queue. Okay, so here you can see this is my another function enqueue. Enqueue means we are going to append by using self dot item. Inside this item self dot item, I'm going to append values one by one. Okay, so item inserted inside the queue in the end. Okay, so here after this I am going to define another function, that is define dequeue, dequeue, dequeue. I'm going to pass self colon. Okay, so here dequeue means like you want to remove element. Okay, so if here I'm going to check if self dot is empty, like if you don't have any element, so it will execute this condition. Okay, so it will return this is not any element in the queue. Oh, there is no element in the queue. We can write like this: no element in the queue. Okay, so here like if you don't have any element, then it will execute this condition and return no element in the queue. And here if this condition, if our upper condition will fail, then it will execute this condition, that is return self dot item dot pop. Okay, so it will delete first item. I'm going to write index here. Okay, self dot items dot pop. Okay, and again I'm going to define one function. It will return the top value peak. Here I'm going to pass self. Okay, so if self dot is empty, then like if your queue is empty, okay, so then it will return, we can return like this. Okay, no element in the queue. Mhm. If self is empty, okay, so here we can return no element in the queue. Okay, or if you have any element inside this, so then it will give you top element. So in else condition, if our condition will fail, then it will execute this condition, return self dot item zero item. So you got first item by using this, by using accessing index. Okay, okay guys, so you can also use delete. So I'm going to define delete. Here I'm going to pass self colon. Okay, so it will delete everything from the queue. Self dot item equals to none. Okay, so it will delete every element by using none. Okay, so inside this we will do none, so we get everything deleted from here. Okay, so now I am going to create object, that is custom queue. custom q ue ue is equals to q. So inside custom queue, Okay, so this is the class of queue class. Okay, and this is the object of class queue. So here I'm going to add element custom queue. Okay, dot in queue means append the element by, or you can say push the element. Okay, so here I'm going to add one. So here we are going to add different element, 1, 3, 2, whatever, 4. Okay, then we can print this custom queue. So here we can write queue, and here in terminal. Okay, I'm going to open my terminal. Okay, I need to clear this, and here I'm going to run this file. Okay, so we are going to check where is it. Okay, so ls, so in which folder I have this, so I need to write okay, so now I am in this folder, queue folder. Okay, I have this queue folder. Now I am going to run this file, queue no size.py. So here again I'm going to hit ls command. Okay, and I am going to run this file, this one. Okay, so here again I need to do, okay, so here I'm going to write python. I'm going to run this file. Okay, so I got my queue 1 2 3 4. Okay, I print here my queue, custom queue 1 2 3 4. Okay, and here I need to minimize this. Okay, so here after this we can print, we can also get peak element. So how do you find peak? So here you can write custom queue. Okay, in place of this you need to write peak. Okay, and you need to remove this 4 and use one bracket, and here also one bracket, and you need to use print for display the result. Okay, so I am going to run this. So I got 1, that is our I mean first element, or you can say peak element. Peak means it will give you top element. Okay, so here okay, so this is our queue, and first element, that is peak. Peak means top element. Okay, and after this you can also use delete. So how can you use delete? So you can use delete like this. Okay, in place of enqueue you need to write delete. Okay, so here you need to save this and need to rerun. So here it will delete the item. I'm going to rerun this. Okay, so you can see here queue is 1 2 3 4 5, peak element is 1 and delete is none. Okay, after deleting, like you don't have any element. Okay, so I already explained queue peak. Okay, and delete, this is our delete function, and this is our enqueue. Okay, so you can write like this. So guys, this is our stack with no size. Okay, I already explained everything in a stack. You need to enqueue, dequeue, peak and delete. These are the operation from the queue. Okay, now we are going to move in queue module. Okay, so here I am going to import Python built-in queue module and giving it an alias queue. Okay, so here I'm going to import queue as queue, and here I'm going to write custom queue. custom queue is equals to queue, and inside this I am going to write maximum size. Okay, that is 3. Okay, so here I'm going to create this line for like creating a queue object with a maximum size of 3. Okay, so this is the queue object with maximum size is 3. Okay, from import queue as a queue. Okay, so queue.Queue maximum size is 3, and this is the object. Now checking if the queue is empty and return the true if empty. So here I am going to write print custom queue dot empty. It's means checking if the queue is empty. Then return true if it is empty, otherwise false if it not. Okay, so inside this I am going to pass this. Okay, and after this I'm going to add custom queue dot put. Okay, so here I'm going to add in queue element to the queue by using put. So here put 1, add 1 to the queue, and here add again, I'm going to add, and here I'm going to add again. Oh, what happening? Okay, so you can see here this is 4, this is 3, this is 2. Okay, so I'm going to add 1 to the queue, add 2 to the queue, add 3 to the queue, add 4 to the queue. Okay, now checking if the queue is full. Okay, return true if it is full, and if it is reached maximum size, okay, then we need to return true. So here print custom queue dot full. Okay, so like if it is full or maximum size already reached, okay, so then you need to return true. Okay, so here we can run also this. Okay, so what is the file name? Cd file name is 3. What happening here? Okay, folder number is 11. Where is my folder? Okay, and after this I am going to run file python Python 3, this one. Okay, so here you can see what happening. Okay, so like if you have empty, then it will print empty, true. Okay, so here it is true, true for this one. Okay, like if you have full queue, then will it also print true. Okay, so here after this we can check other thing. Okay, print custom queue.get, print custom queue.get. Okay, it means removing dequeue or the first element from the queue with the help of get. Okay, first in first out. So here after this I'm going to print also what, print custom queue dot queue size. Okay, so here it will remove 2 because we remove one element. Okay, so here wait 1 minute, we are going to print everything. Okay guys, so here you can see I'm going to import queue as a queue. Okay, this is the custom queue, queue.Queue. It is used maximum size is 3. Okay, import Python built-in queue by using this. Okay, and here creating a object with maximum size 3. Okay, custom queue, and here I'm going to print custom queue empty. Okay, so checking if the queue is empty, then it will return true. Okay, so it is written here true. Okay, and after this I'm going to add element custom queue dot put, custom queue dot put, I mean adding 2, adding 1, adding 3, adding 4, adding 5, sorry. Okay, so you can add multiple things here. And after this if custom queue is full, okay, it's mean checking the queue is full and return true if it is reached the maximum size. Okay, so after this print custom queue dot get, it means remove the dq, it's mean first element. Okay, and print custom queue dot queue size, it means how many element are still in the queue. Okay, so it is not working, my code is not working because it is stuck somewhere. Okay, I need to comment one thing. So here I need to rerun this again. What happening here? Yeah, why it is not running? My terminal is stuck everywhere. I'm going to create new terminal. Okay, okay, I need to open folder. Okay, so this is my folder, and here I need to run file. Okay, still it is stucking. And okay guys, no problem, you can run in your laptop. Okay, so here if it is empty, then it will print true, or if it is full, then it is also print true. Okay, and it in get, Okay, it will give you 1 because it will going to delete first element. Okay, remove the first element from the queue. Okay, and here from the custom queue size it will give you output 2. Okay, because we remove one element. Okay guys, now we are going to move in dequeue. Here dequeue means, I already explained what is dequeue. Tell me what is dequeue. Dequeue means remove item from the front. So here I'm going to write code for dequeue. Okay, so here I'm going to import from collections. I'm going to import dequeue. Okay, so here creating a queue object with the maximum length of 3. I'm going to create, okay, object which has maximum length is 3. Okay, so maximum length 3 means dequeue will hold at most 3 element inside this. Okay, so here I'm going to create custom queue. This is the object. Okay, dequeue. Here I'm going to pass maximum length is equals to 3. Oh, in my previous code, I think I have 4 element. Okay, or here. Okay, guys, wait a minute. I catch it out. Okay, here I pass 3, maximum size 3, but here I provide 4. Okay, so I just need to remove 1 and rerun this again. Wait a minute. Okay, guys, now you can see if it is empty, then it will print true. Okay, custom size is like if it is full. Okay, if it is reached till the maximum size, then it will return true here. Okay, so here and get the element means it will get first element. Okay, and it give you size that is 2. Okay, after removing one element by using get, so it will give you 2. Still we have 2 elements inside this. Okay guys, so you can run like this. Okay, actually I did mistake. I entered the multiple elements. Okay, after actually I write here maximum size equals to 3, so we need to take 3 elements. Okay, we can took 4 or 5 element here. Okay. Okay, now we again move here in dequeue. Okay, from collection I'm going to import dequeue, and here custom queue equals to, this is the object of queue dequeue, and here maximum length is 3. Okay, so I'm going to print custom queue. Okay, so it is print the empty queue. So here if you are going to run this file, okay, so you can see here I have dequeue that is empty and maximum length is 3. Okay, again I'm going to add the element. Okay, from I can copy element from here. Here I need to paste it. Okay, custom queue I'm going to append. Actually I'm going to use append here. Here also append means we are going to add. Okay, so adding element one by one to the queue. So here after this I'm going to print custom queue, this line. So it will give you what? So control S, I'm going to rerun. Okay, so I got my DQ 1, 2, 3 and maximum length is 3. Okay, if you are going to add 4 here, okay, then it will not work. 4 or 5, okay. So here I'm going to run. Okay, so it is giving you 1 2, it is giving you 3 elements. Okay, so if you are adding fourth element with the maximum length 3, will automatically remove the oldest element. Okay, so it will automatically remove oldest element, that is 1 here. Okay, but previously in our previous lecture, okay, if you are going to remove but it will not working properly. Okay, here, no, not in this side. Here in queue, if you are going to add multiple element, then it will like stuck. Okay, and it will not work properly. But in dequeue, it will remove the oldest element automatically. Okay, and it is here, it is giving us 2, 3 and 5. Okay, so after this we are going to print custom queue dot clear. It means it will give you none. Okay, just empties the queue and don't return anything with the help of custom queue dot clear. And here we can write again after printing the queue, after is empty with the help of it. So we can check again. Okay, so you can see here I have empty. After clearing, it is none. Okay, so I hope you got it. This is like DQ. Okay, this is the already in, I mean, I'm going to import this from collections. Okay, with the help of collection we can build DQ or queue. Okay, so now we are going to move on multi-processing queue. So here in multi-processing queue, okay, so here I'm going to write from multi-processing. Okay, so here I'm going to import queue from the multiprocessing module. Okay, this queue is used when you want to share data between the multiple processing module. Okay, this queue is used when you want to share the data between multiple processes and different program running in the parallel. Okay, so here I'm going to import queue. Inside this I am going to pass custom queue is equals to queue. Inside this maximum size, that is equals to 3. Okay, and here creating the object. Okay, with a maximum size of 3. This is the object custom queue. Now I am going to add the element. So here custom queue dot put, I'm going to add 1. Okay, put 1 into the queue, or you can see here adding the enqueue or element in the queue with the help of custom dot put. And after this we are going to remove, or you can say dequeue, the first element from the queue. So here I'm going to print custom queue dot get. Okay, it means we are going to dequeue. So first in and first out, I'm going to run this. It will use for dequeue and remove the element, first element from the queue. Okay guys, so first of all I need to clear, then I need to rerun. Okay, so here, oh, I need to run this file, not previous file. Okay. Mm-hmm. Python. Okay, so I need to save this. Actually, I haven't saved. Now I can rerun. Okay, so it will print custom get first element. Okay. Okay, guys. So this is how we can use multiprocessing and import queue. Okay, and you have I added one element here. Okay, and I want to get one element, or you can say in queue, so it will give you first element. Okay, so this is our code for queue by using multiprocessing. Okay guys, so I already explained queue, what is the queue, no size queue. Okay, queue modules and dequeue and multiprocessing queue. In next video I will teach you queue with capacity and queue with linked list. Okay, and after this we are going to solve lead code problem.